The ACLU's plea to Democrats. Stop cursing, you're embarrassing us. The American Civil Liberties Union, ACLU, those tireless defenders of free speech, the folks who'd fight to the death for your right to say whatever wild thing pops into your head, are clutching their pearls and firing off emails, and, for extra emphasis, physical letters to the Democratic National Committee, DNC, senators, and House representatives. Their message? Please, for the love of the First Amendment, stop cursing like you're auditioning for a Quentin Tarantino movie. It's like watching your cool, no-having husband or has a special friend auntie scold her loud nieces and nephews for trying to be grown at the family reunion or cookout. Let's unpack the absurdity of Democrats embracing FU. The ACLU. Free speech champs, not your swear jar police. The ACLU has been the superhero of free speech since forever. They'll defend your right to protest, to offend, to say death to America, from the river to the sea, in 17 different languages. They've taken on everyone from small-town sheriffs to the Trump administration to protect your constitutional right to run your mouth. But now, they're staring at their beloved Democratic Party allies and thinking, y'all, we're trying to be an extension of your vibe, but this let's be a holes routine is making us look like we're sponsoring a middle school meme rap battle. The Democrats' newfound love for dropping F-bombs, inspired by what some call Trump-style rudeness, has the ACLU in a pickle. They're not worried about the legality of it. Cursing is as American as apple pie and bad reality TV. No, they're embarrassed, like cringe-level embarrassed. The kind of embarrassment you feel when your friend tries to twerk at a funeral or at an obnoxiously loud music-playing brunch restaurant. The ACLU's like, we're out here fighting for your free speech and you're using it to sound like a SoundCloud rapper with a vendetta? We got beef. Come on. The people are over it. Don't curse for me, Democrats. Here's the kicker. Even the folks suing the Trump administration for everything from immigration crackdowns to constitutional crisis-level executive orders are begging Democrats to chill. These plaintiffs are like, yo, we're trying to make a serious case here about our rights being trampled. Don't roll up to court dropping shit that ain't true videos or yelling "fuck Trump" on X. It's distracting. They're worried the Dems' potty mouths are turning their legit grievances into a circus. One plaintiff said, I'd rather lose my case than have Representative Jasmine Crockett advocate for me while cussing like she's Samuel L. Jackson. The cursing is so over the top it's like Democrats slapped a parental advisory explicit lyrics sticker on their entire platform. It's as absurd as Donald Trump claiming he never takes credit for anything, or believing every news outlet is 100% real, independent, and accurate. The Dems' shit that ain't true social media campaign? A reputational disaster so bad it makes their 17% approval rating look generous. Like, how do you tank an already rock-bottom opinion? By tweeting like you're in a dive bar at 2 a.m. apparently. The Washington Post weighs in. Dems are cursing champs. The Washington Post dropped a study that's basically a scoreboard for political profanity, and the Democrats are running up the score like it's the Super Bowl of swearing. They racked up 3,742 curse words across social media, congressional sessions, and public appearances, compared to the Republicans' measly 18. That's not a typo. 3,742 to 18. It's like the Dems are trying to win a gold medal in vulgarity while the GOP is still warming up. And guess what? It's not landing with anyone. Their approval rating is stuck at 17%, which is basically the political equivalent of being less popular than a root canal. The consultants who greenlit this cursing is cool strategy deserve to be fired, or shipped off to Secoti, El Salvador's mega prison, courtesy of a Trump executive order. Okay, maybe not that far, but you get the idea, or maybe we're not kidding. These are the same geniuses who probably thought shit that ain't true would be a viral hit. Spoiler, it wasn't. It was a reputational tragedy, like watching that Australian chick trying to breakdance at the Olympics. Although, she would have killed it at the Special Olympics. Could you imagine? Alright, back to the Democrat disaster. The All-Star Swear Squad, Jasmine Crockett, the undisputed MVP of cursing. At Trump's State of the Union, she was dropping F-bombs like confetti. Somebody slap me and wake me the fuck up. On X, she told Elon Musk to fuck off. In public, at the Capitol, in official congressional settings, and even during speeches right before Democrats break into one of their Save Democracy anthems, which are already horrendous. Crockett's out here cussing like she's got a swear jar sponsorship deal. Pfizer. Her pastor got calls from constituents snitching on her, but she's unrepentant. I'm like that. You ain't know? Girl, we know. Just roll with it like you're driving a Hot Wheels car. Ilhan Omar. Not as prolific as Crockett, but she's been known to sprinkle some spicy language in her ex posts and speeches, especially when clapping back at MAGA trolls. It's less fuck Trump and more y'all are full of it, but still, not exactly congressional decorum. She typically sticks to the rudimentary fuck off. Adam Schiff, usually the buttoned-up watermelon head type, got in on the action during a late-night TV spot, responding to Trump's jabs about his looks with a quip that included a casual fuck. It was like watching your accountant try to be a stand-up comic. Awkward. Or Kamala Harris talking about elephants. Pete Buttigieg. The guy who looks like he irons his jeans was caught on mic during his 2020 campaign saying some choice words. His F-bombs were so legendary, they helped his wholesome Amazon documentary score an R rating. Pete, we thought you were the aw shucks guy. Good call to grow out the beard. And you should go back on Andrew Schultz's podcast so people digest your newfound edge. Mike Lawler. Who? Mike Lawler? Who? Mike Lawler. 28013 years 840 hit Mike Lawler on the phone, cause Mike Lawler you don't know. Okay, he's a Republican, but he's been swept up in the cursing chaos, reportedly yelling at Senate pages in 2023. The Dems and Abby Phillips roundtable are rubbing off on him, and not in a good way. Jan Schakowsky. At 80, you'd think she'd be above it, but nope. Well, she was born in a different time, but she's been overheard muttering some salty, perhaps racist language when the cameras aren't rolling. It's like grandma learned TikTok slang and won't stop. Lord, please stop. Kat Abou-Ghazaleh. The 26-year-old TikTok star running against Schakowsky is all about Democrats need to grow a f-ing spine. Her campaign is basically a profanity-laced TED Talk, and it's as cringe as it sounds. Actually, nah, she does it right. Right? Ken Martin. He went for a Midwestern go to hell instead of an F-bomb, but still posted on X. I said what I said. Ken, you're not fooling anyone with that folksy front, it's creepy and weird. By the way, how's Ken Martin and David Hogg, two cis white males, the head of the DNC? Tisk tisk. Maxine Dexter. The crown jewel of embarrassment. At a rally protesting Doge cuts, she said, I don't swear in public very well, but we have to fuck Trump. Then she added, please don't tell my kids. Maxine, that was less a diss and more a proposition. The crowd laughed at her, not with her. Super duper uncomfortable. Cringe level, 11 out of 10. This vulgarity parade is so unpopular it makes Fetch from Mean Girls look like a cultural phenomenon. Nobody asked for it, nobody likes it, and nobody wants to hear it. It's like the Dems are kids who just learned fruck off and think it's the height of rebellion. Trending. It's not. Fuck True Pim versus Let's Go Brandon. A fair fight? Okay, let's give the Dems a tiny bit of credit. If F Trump is their version of the MAGA crowd's Let's Go Brandon, fine. That's like for like shade throwing. Both are dope ways to dunk on your opponent without starting a bar fight. But the Dems aren't stopping there. They're dropping F-bombs like they're trying to win NWA's approval, and it's an affront to reality. The ACLU's take is spot on. You can't just go out there and throw F-bombs and hope it's going to land. It's gotta be authentic. And nothing says inauthentic like a scripted curse word from a politician who's never said shit off camera. Yikes. The Republican advice Democrats have ignored, again. Here's the funniest part. The ACLU is basically begging Democrats to take a page from the Republicans' playbook. The GOP isn't out here cursing like it's open mic night at a Bill Burr comedy show. Sure, Trump's rallies have their share of epithets. 43 at Madison Square Garden alone, per the New York Times, but it's not their brand. The Dems, meanwhile, are trying so hard to be the cool kids they forgot how to be adults. The ACLU's like, guys, the last time Republicans tried to give you advice, remember when they said Joe Biden's mind was, not exactly sharp? You called it cheap fakes and right-wing talking points, and he's sharp as a tack. Look how that turned out. The Dems ignored the GOP then, and now they're ignoring the ACLU. Instead of embracing their authentic elitism and smugness, which, let's be real, they're great at, they're chasing a vibe that sailed away with MySpace. It's humiliating, worse than mid, but maybe they need to hear it from the Republicans one more time. Stop trying to be us, you're bad at it. However, Maxine Waters did say, push back on them, so hit them with a, they hate us because they ain't us. FF. Dear Democrats, please don't be tempted to say they hate you cause they ain't us. Unless Mayor P, never mind, too far. The bottom line, Democrats, be better. To wrap it up, the ACLU's email and letters to the DNC, senators, and House reps are the ultimate mic drop. They're not saying stop cursing because it's wrong. They're saying stop cursing because it's embarrassing, ineffective, and makes us look like we're sponsoring a reality show called Politicians Gone Wild. The Democrats' cursing spree is a self-inflicted wound, and with a 17% approval rating, they can't afford any more. So Dems, take the ACLU's advice. Ditch the F-bombs, fire the consultants who thought this was a good idea, and maybe, just maybe, listen to the Republicans for once. Because if you don't, you'll keep sounding like kids who just discovered the swear jar is empty, and that's a comedy nobody's laughing at. Except Magats. And for the love of God, stop with the corny TikToks. I would rather unlive myself, hit the like button, subscribe, ring the bell, or fuck off. Thank you for watching Someday News, America's best realish news source. This will be news someday.